Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this tarot pick a card reading. So in today's reading we're going to be getting an idea of what your love life will be looking like in June of 2022. So what can you look forward to? What can you be expecting? So as you can see here, we have three piles. We have pile number 1 with the clear quartz, pile number 2 with the rose quartz, and pile number 3 with the amethyst. So go ahead and reflect on the three piles. Take a minute to figure out which pile resonates the most with you. If you're feeling called to more than one pile, then you can definitely watch more than one of the readings. There may be sort of specific details in there that are relevant to your situation. I'll have timestamps down below so that you can go ahead and skip to your readings. And I just want to say, if you enjoy this and if it resonates with you, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. And I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose the clear quartz, this is your pile. So let's go ahead and get into it. What can pile number 1 expect in love in June of 2022? What can they expect to be happening in their love life? Okay, we have the 3 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the 4 of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm getting a pretty clear message here. I'm thinking that this 3 of Swords is you healing from something. I definitely think you maybe recently experienced some sort of heartbreak or grief, some sort of loss. It could have been a breakup or a separation. Whatever the case may be, I definitely see you experiencing some sort of heartbreak, grief, loss, like I said. Now, what's interesting though is that in the month of June, I do see someone coming to you with a love offering with the Knight of Cups here. This could potentially be a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. The Knight of Cups just in general represents someone coming towards you with a love offering. So it could really be any zodiac sign, but this is strong water energy. So this could be someone who's more compassionate, more nurturing, more emotional, very sweet and genuine. So in June of 2022, it's definitely possible that you'll be meeting someone that fits these qualities and that this person could be interested in pursuing a romantic relationship with you, and they may be very upfront and come towards you with a love offering, or they may come towards you, confessing their feelings, letting you know that they have feelings for you. And this is definitely in a romantic sort of way. Now with this 4 of Cups here, I also see some sort of hesitation. I feel like this is on your part in the month of June as you're healing from this past heartbreak or this grief or this sadness. And once this person comes into your life, I am not sure if you'll be quite ready to accept this love that they're offering. I definitely am getting some sort of hesitation, or it could be a lack of interest. What's really interesting here is that when you look at these two cards and you look at the Knight of Cups holding the cup and offering it, and then you look at the 4 of Cups, this hand offering the cup, this is like the exact same image, like mirrored here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely indicating, this sort of continuous storyline. And I'm definitely getting the sense that because of this imagery in this 4 of Cups situation, what's being ignored here or what's being resisted is definitely this love offering from the Knight of Cups. So yeah, in June you may feel some sort of hesitation. Again, it could be because of, this past hurt. There could be other reasons. Maybe you're just sort of hesitant. Maybe you're not sure about this person, but I definitely see you having some sort of reservations. This could also potentially be the kind of situation where this person is offering their love and maybe you're just a little bit oblivious to it, like you don't really notice it. They could be very subtle, and it could be a situation where you're not even really aware of what's being offered to you. So it could go either way. Either you're purposely, not really into it, or you're purposely not engaging in it, or it could be just something as innocent as you're not even really sure that it's happening. But yeah, either way, as you sort of go through this, as you contemplate this, I feel like there's going to be a period of rebalancing your life. Because with this Two of Pentacles, it talks about, juggling a lot of things that are in the air, balancing either your own life and the different parts of your life, like learning how to balance your love life with your career, with your family, with your social life. But it can also talk about two people in a relationship figuring out how they balance each other out and figuring out how they fit into each other's lives. So this could be the type of situation where this love offering is coming towards you and you're a little bit hesitant about it because you guys haven't quite yet figured out how to fit into each other's lives. So in June of 2022, I definitely see you guys sort of working that out, sort of figuring things out. Again, this could be the two of you figuring out how you fit into each other's lives, or this just could be you figuring out how to make space for a romantic relationship within your own life. So let's go ahead and get some more cards here for pile number 1, what they can expect in love in June of 2022. Okay, we've got the Two of Cups. We've got the Hierophant. We have the Fool. And we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so the Two of Cups is something that I really like to see in a love reading. I think this is a really exciting card to get. The Two of Cups talks about building a very equal partnership. It's the type of relationship where both people are equally giving and receiving love. This is not a one-sided situation where one person is, putting in love, putting in time, putting in effort, and the other person's just taking. This is the type of relationship where both people are equally putting in that love and time and effort, and both people are able to receive it as well. So yeah, I feel like in the month of June, you'll be working towards this. I'm getting the sense that there's a lot of cups in here as well. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a big month for love, for emotional healing, and also emotional communication. Because the thing about the Two of Cups is that it really doesn't just happen by chance. It's the type of thing that you really have to work towards and intentionally build. So I feel like in the month of June, you and another person are going to be working towards building this type of relationship and this type of equal dynamic. With the Hierophant here, especially on top of this Knight of Cups, I kind of mentioned earlier that this love offering may not be super obvious. So with this Hierophant, I'm seeing one of two things. First of all, this Hierophant could be describing the person, this Knight of Cups energy that's coming towards you. If that's the case, then this person who is giving you a love offering may be a little bit more reserved. They may be a little bit more traditional, more conservative in a sense. This is someone who values rules, has a strong moral code. So that would be a little bit about their personality. The Hierophant's also the Taurus card, so that could be relevant as well. This person who's coming towards you could be a water sign, like I mentioned, but also even potentially a Taurus. Now, on the flip side, this also could be describing the manner in which they're coming towards you with their love offering. So this could be saying that when they come towards you, they're not going to be super obvious, they're not going to be super flashy. It's not the type of situation where it may be really obvious. They could be playing it safe, being a little bit reserved, maybe laying low a little bit and trying to feel things out slowly. So like when I was talking about the Four of Cups, how, the fact that you weren't embracing this offering could have to do with the fact that you're not really aware of what's being offered and that you're a little bit oblivious to what's being offered. That could come back to this Hierophant and this idea of them playing things really safe and being a little bit more conservative with their love offering. So it might not be super obvious, is what I'm saying. They may be kind of subtle, and just sort of laying low and playing it safe. And that could really come back to this Three of Swords. If, you did experience some recent heartbreak, this tactic of coming towards you very low-key kind of could have to do with the fact that they've seen your heartbreak and they've seen your grief and they don't want to come on too strong. There's a lot of possibilities here, but overall in June, I definitely see some sort of love offering, this sort of decision for you to make of whether or not you want to accept it, learning to balance this out and seeing how you guys work together, and then also intentionally building a very loving, emotional, fulfilling relationship. Next, we have the Fool here. So I'm kind of getting the sense that, especially on top of this Four of Cups, I feel like in June, you may come to the conclusion that you're just going to go for it, because the Fool talks about taking risks, taking a leap of faith, going for it, taking action. So if you were sort of hesitant about whether or not you want to accept this love offering, I definitely think that at some point in the month, you will be deciding to go for it and to take that leap. This could also be, saying that maybe it would be good for you to have more faith in these things and to not be so hesitant, which can be hard, especially if, there was some sort of recent heartbreak. But yeah, I definitely do see you coming to the conclusion that you're going to go for it, give it a chance, take a leap of faith, like I said. And then over here we have this Two of Wands. So this just tells me that there's going to be a decision to be made. I definitely think that this decision is in your hands, because this other person definitely seems very willing to offer you some sort of love and to start a relationship. So I feel like it'll be up to you, and the power is in your hands of whether or not you want to move forward or not. Whether or not you want to move forward, because the Two of Wands talks about making a decision and starting down a path and starting to work towards something and take action. So once you guys kind of figure out how to balance each other out and how to fit into each other's lives, I definitely think that there will be an intentional decision that needs to be made in order to come back to this building a partnership. You know what I mean? This isn't the type of thing that seems like it's just going to fall into place or happen necessarily. I feel like there is some sort of there's something here that requires you to make the decision and to put the effort in, is what I'm seeing here. I think in June, you'll be balancing things out, making the choice of whether or not you want to commit to this. And then if you do, you both will be working on building that equal partnership. Okay, let's do a few more. So pile number 1, June of 2022. Let's see what things will look like by the end of June 2022 in your love life. How will things sort of close off? Or what will things look like by the end of this? Six of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like by the end of June 2022, you guys will definitely be collaborating together, and again, working on building that really stable foundation for a partnership, especially with these two pentacle cards. The pentacles represent, earth energy, which is very stable, very practical, very grounded. So I definitely think you guys are going to be putting some really solid work into building this partnership. I see a lot of teamwork, a lot of collaboration with this Three of Pentacles, and with the Six of Pentacles, I see a lot of generosity. So this could mean a few things. It could mean that this person that's going to be coming towards you with a love offering is very generous in a sense. Maybe their love language is gift giving. They could be the kind of person who likes to give you little gifts. This could also mean that they're generous with their affection or with their time or with their energy. But I definitely see this person putting in a lot of effort and being very generous within this relationship. So by the end of the month, I definitely think you guys will be in a good place. I feel like this person's going to be putting a lot of effort in, and they're going to be showing you just how much they really want this. And then I also see you guys working together, collaborating on, building this foundation. I also feel like this would be the type of relationship where you guys have a very solid friendship. And that friendship is what you would build the rest of the relationship on. So I definitely see you guys getting to know each other more and really intentionally building something long-lasting. So yeah, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it resonated. If it did, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I hope you have a really great June. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose the rose quartz, this is your pile. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what can pile number 2 expect in the month of June for love. So what's going to be happening in love for pile number 2? What can they expect? Okay, we have the Five of Cups, the Moon. Let's see what else. What else for pile number 2 in June? The King of Pentacles and Strength. Okay, so first of all, I am getting that as you go into June, or maybe your present energy right now, there is some sort of grief or mourning or sadness. There's a sense of loss. So that could be the state that you're in now, sort of going into June. So yeah, there could be a recent loss. But the thing about the Five of Cups is that it does talk about grief and sadness. But if you can see here, there are 3 cups where the water spilled, and this girl is sort of focusing on that. She's sad about, how she's upset over the spilled cups, but if you notice behind her, there are actually 2 cups here that are still upright. So the thing about the Five of Cups is that while it does talk about sadness and grief and loss, it also talks about there being other things around you that are positive that you just can't see yet. So while there is this sort of feeling of sadness, there's also good things coming, and there are good things around you. And if you were to sort of look around, you would be able to notice those things. So it's not all bad, but I think this is more so your present energy and the energy that you'll be going into June with. Now, with the Moon here, the Moon's actually the Pisces card. But with the Moon here, I definitely see a lot of deep emotions happening in June. I see a lot of emotional healing. There's also this sense of healing a shadow side. So there's some sort of, there could be things hidden deep down, some sort of secrets, but in the month of June, I definitely see those coming to the surface and coming to light, and I see you working through those things. This could be something that may potentially be a little bit difficult or challenging as you work through these emotions, and I definitely think that there's a possibility that this moon is connected to the Five of Cups. So this could mean that, you know, in the month of June, you'll definitely be working on healing this sadness and this grief. And maybe things will come up, secrets may come up, things may be revealed to you that sort of trigger that sadness and that grief. But these are things that have to come to light. So if you do find things out or are told, you know, certain secrets or anything like that, I feel like there's going to be a big emphasis on healing. It's like a purge, like everything is coming up, and even though it may be uncomfortable, once you work through it all, it'll be for the better. So there could be secrets being revealed, things that are sort of uncomfortable to deal with, a lot of strong emotions, but once you work through that, do the shadow work, it has to be done in order to move on, is what I'm seeing. And then here with this King of Pentacles, this is interesting. I'm actually going to pull a clarifying card on the King of Pentacles because I don't know who is the King of Pentacles for pile number 2. Oops, okay. This one kind of fell out. So we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so this King of Pentacles could represent someone in your life or someone who will be coming into your life. This would be an earth sign potentially, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. It doesn't have to be though. They could just embody a lot of earth energy. So they would be very stable, very grounded, very practical. It may be very financially stable, very successful even. They could have a powerful career or be in a position of authority. So this person, I'm kind of getting the sense that they're already in your life because I feel like you guys are going to be working through something. And you know what? That could actually have to do with this moon. If things come up, I definitely see you guys working through them. The Seven of Wands talks about resiliency. It talks about overcoming challenges, working through issues. It's especially paired with this Strength card, which is the Leo card. I definitely see that there will be some sort of call for strength. There will be a lot of resiliency. You'll be working through challenges and overcoming problems. Now, and that somehow is connected to this King of Pentacles character. So yeah, in the month of June, I definitely see something coming to light, a lot of feelings coming to the surface. It may be a little bit challenging to work through, but I definitely see it working out through, you know, this Strength card. The Strength card talks about obviously strength, but, you know, working through hard things, but coming through it and coming out at the end of it in a better position. So the Strength card sort of tells us that even though you are going through these challenges, there will be a positive outcome and you'll be okay. Okay, let's see what else there is for June of 2022 for pile number 2. Okay, we've got the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Wands, oops, and what else? What else? The King of Wands. Okay. Okay, so there's actually a lot of wands in this row. We also have the Queen of Swords. Right off the bat, I'm getting a lot of communication happening here. So with this Eight of Wands, I see someone reaching out to you, maybe sending you a message either through text or it could be any type of message, but I definitely see someone reaching out to you, someone wanting to communicate with you, someone wanting to start a conversation. I also see this happening. It could happen quickly or it could happen sort of out of the blue. It may be very unexpected. So this could be someone that maybe you haven't heard from in a while, maybe you haven't been in contact with. So in June, I would definitely expect to hear from someone and to expect someone to reach out to you for sure. With this Queen of Swords, I feel like this is more so the energy you'll be embodying. I I definitely see there's going to be a lot of communication happening here. You're going to have to articulate, your feelings and your thoughts, especially on top of this moon. I think as things are revealed to you, you'll be called to sort of conduct yourself in this Queen of Swords energy, which is very intelligent, very articulate. She doesn't, she thinks about what she's going to say and she chooses her words carefully. So as things are revealed to you, or as people try to communicate with you, talk to you, start conversations, I definitely think you're going to be embodying this Queen of Swords energy, where you're able to talk to people very easily, have some really good conversations. I think people are going to be impressed with the way that you're able to speak and articulate your feelings and your thoughts. With this Page of Wands, I definitely see something. I'm getting a sense of something new here, either a new beginning or a new start completely. This could potentially be a very passionate, energetic, exciting beginning. So this could potentially be a new relationship, or sort of a pressing restart on an old relationship. But I just see this passion, this energy, this excitement, especially with this King of Wands here too. The King of Wands, this represents fire signs. It could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So this could mean that the person reaching out to you is represented by this King of Wands energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be a fire sign. This could just be representing their personality. So this would be someone who's very confident, very outgoing, very headstrong, sort of energetic, passionate. So this could be the person who's reaching out to you, and this could be someone who wants to restart something with you or start something completely new. So it could mean that you're getting some sort of communication and some sort of love offering from this King of Wands character. So that's definitely something that you could look out for in June of 2022. This energy reaching out to you, trying to talk to you, trying to communicate with you. It could potentially be someone from the past, but this could also be someone new as well, because the Eight of Wands doesn't necessarily have to mean someone from the past communicating with you. It could really be anyone. So yeah, especially again with that Eight of Wands, I want to reiterate that unexpected energy. So you could be surprised and it could catch you off guard because you haven't heard from them in so long, or you could be surprised because you never talked to this person before. This is someone new, or that kind of thing. But there is an element of this being sort of unexpected for sure. Okay, so let's see what's going to be happening by the end of June 2022. How are these things going to progress and sort of settle down? What are things going to be looking like when June comes to a close for pile number 2? Okay, we have the Sun and Temperance. Okay. So the Sun is also the Leo card. So we have 2 Leo cards here. The Sun just talks about, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. This is a really beautiful card. This is also the type of card that represents gratitude, like you having a lot in your life to be grateful for. So I feel like by the end of June, these things will sort of play out and you'll be left in a place where you're feeling really happy, really content, and very excited and joyful. So that could mean that, the situation here with someone reaching out to you, this sort of King of Wands energy, will leave you feeling this way. This also represents the type of energy where you feel, filled up, you don't feel drained or exhausted. This is just constant new energy. And then with the Temperance card here, this is the Sagittarius card. There's a lot of fire happening in here, but the Temperance card talks about being patient, letting things flow to you, not forcing things. This talks about allowing things to come into your life and not necessarily chasing after things. So This definitely makes sense with this Eight of Wands card, you know, letting people reach out to you, letting things flow to you, not chasing anyone, not forcing anything, just allowing things to happen very naturally. Yeah, and then also with this Page of Wands, I feel like these new beginnings will sort of flow to you very effortlessly. This isn't the type of thing that you're going to have to be putting a lot of work into. So by the end of June, I think things are going to be flowing very nicely for you. You'll be sort of in a rhythm, and it definitely seems very exciting. And there's going to be a lot of happiness and a lot of joy for sure. So yeah, I mean, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it resonated. If it did, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I hope you have a really great June, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose the amethyst, this is your pile. So let's go ahead and see what pile number 3 can expect in love in June of 2022. What's going to be happening? What can they look forward to? Pile number 3. Okay, we have the Star. We have the 3 of Cups. What else for pile number 3? The Queen of Cups. And the 6 of Cups. Okay, so let's start with the Star here. I feel like June is going to be a big month for self-love for you. The Star is the Aquarius card, but it also talks about creativity, filling your own cup, a lot of self-love, and having a strong sense of self-worth. So in the month of June, I think it's going to be a big theme that you'll be sort of working on yourself, putting a lot of love into yourself, a lot of effort, doing things that you enjoy, being creative, and spending a lot of time filling your own cup. So doing things that you love doing, spending time with your friends. I just see a lot of effort and focus on yourself, which is really positive. I feel like this is the kind of thing where you're learning to love yourself before you go and enter some sort of relationship. So yeah, in June, and also this could be sort of your present energy as you enter June. So this could be the space that you're in right now. I feel like going into June, there's going to be this strong emphasis on self-love, self-care, taking time for yourself, doing things you love, like I said. And then here with this 3 of Cups, because I mentioned, you know, spending time with people that you love with this 3 of Cups, I also see you spending a lot of time with friends. So you could be going out a lot, or just spending time with your friends, with your family, with people that you love. The 3 of Cups is it's a really happy energy. It just talks about you having fun, having a good time, surrounding yourself with people that love you and with people that you love. Again, it's just very that sense of filling your own cup, allowing other people to love you as well. There's just a lot of, it's very joyful, very happy. It's really pure and genuine too. So I definitely see you spending more time with your friends as well. Maybe going out a little bit more if that's something that you're into. But overall, really working on your relationships with people, as far as friendships and family relationships as well. This is also telling me that you may be putting yourself out there a little bit more in June. So if you've been a little bit more introverted or spending more time alone, I feel like in June you'll be sort of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. You'll be going out more, meeting new people as well, meeting new friends of friends. So yeah, that could be something that you're sort of pushing yourself to do in June. With this Queen of Cups energy, I feel like this is representing you and the energy that you're going to be in June. This is very loving, very compassionate, very nurturing, very emotional. Again, I'm getting more of that sense of the star where you're doing a lot of emotional healing, a lot of reflecting, working on yourself, learning how to love yourself. I just see like a lot of themes of self-love for in June, which is really positive. This Queen of Cups, again, it could just represent that energy of being more emotional, but it could also potentially mean that you are a water sign or you have water in your chart somewhere. So that would be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But if not, I just feel like you're really going to be embodying that water energy, getting more in touch with your emotions, with your feelings, embracing them, not seeing them as negative. It's just learning how to live with your emotions and really nurture that part of you. Again, back to the star, a lot of self-love and self-care. Now with this Six of Cups, I also see a lot of nostalgia and a lot of sentimental feelings here. I'm wondering if you're going to reconnect with people from your past. That could represent old friends, family members. It could represent an old romantic relationship. I just see this sort of reminder of the past. So there's something that's going to be coming back that I think there's something in June that will be coming back from the past, but I'm getting the sense that it's very sweet, very nostalgic, very loving. It doesn't feel like, something or like someone that you may have had conflict with or an issue with. It's very, very loving, very kind. So let's see what else is happening in June of 2022 for pile number 3. What else do we have here? Got the Knight of Swords. We've got the Hanged One, the World. And what else? For pile number 3, one more. The Five of Pentacles. Okay, so first of all, with this Knight of Swords, I do feel like there will be someone coming into your life. In June, I see someone. Again, the swords represent air, so that could be an air sign. It could be Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. It doesn't have to be. It could just represent their energy. This would be someone who is very intelligent, someone who communicates well. This could also mean that they're a little bit hasty, or maybe this will happen very quickly. This could be a little bit unexpected or out of the blue. But in June, I definitely see someone, this Knight of Swords, coming into your life in some way. So definitely look out for that. Now, with this Hanged One, I'm getting the sense that there's some sort of stagnancy here. So I don't know if maybe you feel like you've been waiting for this person to come into your life, but you felt a little bit stuck. It definitely seems like you've been putting a lot of work and effort into yourself. So the Hanged One can also just talk about stagnancy in regard to taking time for yourself. So you've been purposely, staying still, not making any moves or taking any action because you've been working on yourself, because you've been working on your self-love, self-care, you've been working on your relationships. So I definitely see this person coming into your life and ending that stagnancy. So maybe you felt, it's gotten to the point where maybe you felt stuck. You weren't sure if you really wanted to move out of this space of, being single and focusing on yourself. So I definitely see this person coming in and kind of disrupting that in a sense. Again, this person could be very quick moving or hasty. So maybe they kind of come in and shake things up a bit. So that would be something, to look out for and to really consider if this is something that you want to intentionally do, and if this is worth disrupting, this sort of spiritual, meditative state that you've been in. because I definitely think there will be someone coming in and potentially changing that up. With the World here, this is just sort of giving me the sense that it's totally up to you whether or not you want to accept this person into your life. The World always says that, you know, you'll be okay either way. It's your decision to make. So if someone comes into your life, you know, offering some sort of romantic relationship, I'm getting the sense that you can go either way. You know, you're the kind of person where you could accept if you wanted to, if you're interested, but also you can turn them down if it's not something that you want to do yet, if you're not ready to disrupt this sort of flow that you've been in recently, because it seems like you've been in a really good place. But I'm getting the sense that you would be fine either way. The World also, it's sort of this, you know, affirmation that everything's going to be okay. It could also be a sign to, you know, broaden your horizons, explore more, you know, maybe even travel, like literally exploring more and traveling. But also it could just mean to further explore yourself, your relationships, figuring out who you are, what matters to you. And then lastly, with this Five of Pentacles, I feel like in the month of June, you may have to make some decisions to let people go. If there are people or relationships that aren't serving you, you may be called to kind of cut those people off or push them out. I just feel like you're in this place right now where you're protecting your energy and you're being very careful of who you let into your space. So this could mean that in June, in regards to love, you may have to cut off people who aren't good for you or push them out. But I'm getting the sense that's more so people from the past. So if people from the past are coming back into your life and, you know, they're sort of disrupting your energy, I definitely think that that may be a call that you have to make, you know, is, do I want to let this person into my space, or would it be better if I sort of let them go? So that may be something that you're sort of faced with in the month of June. And it could be in regards to love, like I said, but it could really be anyone. It could be friendships as well. So let's see where you'll be at the end of June. So by the end of June, what's the space that you'll be in? Where will things sort of settle? And what will you be embodying sort of energy-wise? Pile number 3. Okay, we have the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Okay. So by the end of June, first of all, I see a lot of communication. I definitely think you're going to be called to articulate your thoughts and feelings. You could be having some important conversation here. There's just a lot of emphasis on communication. So there may be, important conversations that you have to have. This could also mean that you'll just be talking a lot, opening up to people, having really good conversations. This could be a positive thing. Getting to know people more, communicating with them, having some really deep conversations. But yeah, well, for this Page of Swords, okay, so for this Page of Swords, like I said, having a lot of open conversations, communications with people. With this Ace of Swords, I'm getting the sense that someone may be reaching out to you, or there may be one specific big conversation that needs to be had. So by the end of June, maybe as you're experiencing all these things, it does seem like there's a lot going on just in your life in general. It seems like there's going to be sort of a boiling point where you have to sit down and have a conversation with someone, or someone asks, that you sit down and have a conversation with them. I just see a very intentional instance of communication happening here. That could be this Knight of Swords energy, because I'm just getting these 3 swords in a row. So this could be someone coming in, wanting to talk to you, wanting to have some sort of important conversation, reaching out to you. But yeah, overall in June, there's just a lot of swords happening here. I feel like you're really going to be pushed to, use your communication skills and articulate your thoughts and feelings and let people know, you know, what's happening. And also, I think you're going to be pushed to be really like real with people. I'm getting the sense that you're, again, that Queen of Cups energy, very kind, very nurturing, very compassionate, but there may be times where you have to put your foot down and be a little bit more stern and draw lines, draw boundaries, and communicate those boundaries with people. So I feel like you're going to be called to articulate your thoughts, your feelings, your boundaries in the month of June. And that's going to really help you form some healthy relationships. So yeah, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I'll see you in another video. I hope you have a really great June. Bye.